Well, hi friends. It's been a while. I have a lot of catching up to do, and I figured I should do a get ready with me video while I do it, just so I have something to do with my hands. My setup is a little precarious here, so hopefully I won't be off camera a whole lot. I'm also hella nearsighted, so I'm not going to be looking at the camera a whole lot, because I'm just not going to be able to see it. Alright, so since the last time we talked, I believe I mentioned that I'd gotten a new job, which I knew was going to be very, very intense, and it was, to the point that I didn't write a whole lot during that entire time that I worked for them. But I did make enough that I could move out on my own, and so I did that and lived in a little apartment in a city not too far from here that was about 5 minutes drive away from the actual workplace. So although the job started as remote, it's not mascara. Let's see, it started as remote, but over the summer of 2021, I would go into the office about 3 times a week and do my job there. Although, to be honest, there wasn't a whole lot to do, so I spent a lot of time just surfing the internet. And the busy season was like November to December, so yeah, the busy season was so draining, and luckily we had most of December off, but dang. So then at the end of 2021, my rent went up by more than I could afford, so I moved back home with my mom and 2 of my brothers, which was very fortunate because a little over a year ago, I got laid off. Reduction in force, as they say. So that was a bit of a shock because, you know, they're always saying, oh, we're family, we're doing so good, and we love you guys. But then they went on to do like 4 reduction in forces over the next summer. But actually it turned out to be fortuitous because my brother and I noticed that my mom was acting a little strange. Now, she's always been a little loopy. So at first I didn't think too much of it, aside from maybe it was diabetic dementia or something. Plus she had been wearing an oxygen mask for quite some time. Well, not an oxygen mask, but an oxygen tube, you know. And she didn't like to wear it. So she would take it off at any opportunity, especially since, oh, by the way, while I was living in the apartment, I got a cat. She may come and say hello. She's a Russian blue named Zoe, and she's absolutely adorable, but she does chew everything. So that was one of the reasons why my mom stopped wearing her oxygen when she was outside of her bedroom, so that Zoe wouldn't chew on her tube. Though I did get a hard plastic protection tube kind of thing for her, but even so, she didn't like to use it. Anyway, my mom, her condition just kind of deteriorated, and we finally got her into her doctor's imaging department, where we learned that she was suffering from numerous inoperable brain tumors as a, I don't know, reoccurrence. I forget the word now. She had uterine cancer when I was in college, and they think that the cancer returned, but she didn't say anything to anyone about it, so it spread. That was in September that we found that out, and then she passed away in the beginning of October, which was also the day that my oldest brother and his wife left for a month-long tour of the Middle East and visiting some friends who's the ambassador of Turkey. No big. But it kind of set their tour off on a not great start. But we postponed the funeral until they got back. So we held that at the beginning of November, and it was It was very nice. Fortunately, my mom had, written up a plan. Write up a funeral plan, people. Your family will thank you for it. So we knew like what songs she wanted sung and all that sort of thing. So yeah, it was a nice funeral. It was pretty well attended. I mean, some of her siblings were able to come, which is great because they're not in the best health either. But they were able to come. We heard from people that we hadn't heard from since we left California. A lot of people were like, just, oh, we're going to miss her so much. So, I mean, she's lived here in this neighborhood for, has it been 30 years? Not quite 30 years. So that's been an adjustment. Yeah. Anyway, so in the meantime, I was her primary caregiver for the last few months of her life until basically the last week of her life when we got in-house hospice care. And then, oh, this is interesting. Don't need the mirror. By the way, you're probably going to see my cat in a second. Zoe, do you want to say hello? Zoe, look. Yeah, this is Zoe. You probably just saw a blur of gray, but yeah. She's a sweet little kitty who does get into everything. She's very curious. Yeah, so, and I've been looking for a job since I got laid off, since I had unemployment and stuff, and you're supposed to be looking for a job while you're doing that, but not with a whole lot of enthusiasm. So after Mom passed away and I took a little time to kind of recover, started looking in earnest. I still haven't found anything. So I've also kind of been trying to get a freelancing career started, just to, side gigs, whatever I can pull together. And if you visited my website, you may have noticed that for a while I pulled all my books, which I did. And they're not on Amazon currently or anything like that. I decided to do a lot of changes with my novels and stuff, just to, I don't know, kind of have a fresh start. And as you may have noticed, my username on YouTube and most places is MissLucyJane, which is the handle that I've been using, I think, since about 2008. I can't remember exactly, but for a very long time. And it's my ID on most social media sites. So I decided to just kind of embrace that and use that as my pseudonym. So if you go looking for my books, look for MissLucyJane as the author. But again, they're not on any other sites right now aside from my website, which is MissLucyJane.com. And my bookshop is MissLucyJaneBooks.com. So everything that I've got ready and reformatted, re-edited, given a new cover, kind of refreshed, is at Miss Lucy Jane Books. I'm hoping to get more of that done before the end of the summer, but life being what it is, who knows? Because I have a job interview Monday, yay. And if they offer it to me, I'm probably going to accept it because I need an income, my dudes. I'm also working on getting a copy editing career going, proofreading, that sort of thing. So if you need a copy editor or a proofreader, especially a proofreader, give me a shout. I can probably do it without too much trouble. I don't wear a whole lot of makeup, as you may have noticed. So this is not going to be terribly long. Let's see, I think I want to do my eyes up a little fancy, though. Let's do... Have I mentioned that I'm hella nearsighted? Because I really am. Let's see. And I have small eyes, so I don't do the wing thing. I just... Plus my hands shake a whole lot. So it's really difficult to do a wing. I've tried a few times, and I've tried contouring, and it doesn't make any sense to me. Okay, so let me, how is it going? Yeah. And I feel like, by the way, today's my birthday, and I'm 52, just so you know. And I feel like wearing a lot of makeup just ages me a lot more than I like. So I don't do that very much. Like, I don't wear foundation very often unless my skin is really blotchy, which it was for most of my 20s. I had really bad cystic acne, and you can kind of see the scars still if you look closely. So, yeah. So I wore really heavy makeup while all that was going on, and nowadays I don't really like to. So, that's what I've been up to for the last year and a half, 2 years. Just trying to keep heart and soul together, you know. I guess it's more body and soul. You know what I mean. Let's see. So also, what am I working on? Because that's the really important thing here on AuthorTube. I am trying to write a serial that I have been trying to write since 2017. I really think I've had writer's block for the last long time, because there was a whole lot of stuff that I wanted to do and just haven't had the wherewithal to do it, you know? It's like, the words just aren't coming, and I kind of hate that. So I'm trying to get back into it slowly, but it's difficult when you're just, you know, I mean, I don't know if it was COVID and quarantine. Like, I do think that I had COVID in December of 2021, because basically after our busy season ended that year, I went to bed about December 15th, and I didn't get out until New Year's Eve, except to feed the cat, you know. I mean, yeah, I got out of bed occasionally, but I spent most of that December, excuse me, goodness, just resting. I was so tired, mentally, physically. So, and I'd actually kind of planned to quit before the next busy season because I was just so tired afterwards, but anyway. Let's see. So yeah, I'm trying to write a serial. I've got a huge list of ideas that I want to get to, that I want to write. It's just difficult to find the words. And I've also started a recipe blog, just barely, just this week. So there's not a whole lot on it just yet. But the first recipe is for something called Afton's chocolate sauce, which is family favorite for years and years, and I love to share it. I love to feed it to people. So if you visit fromeggs2apples.wordpress.com, one of the first things you'll see is the Afton's chocolate sauce recipe. And if you like chocolate, you will love this. I mean, that shit is good. And it's good on anything that you would put chocolate sauce on. It's good on ice cream. It's good on brownies. It's good on brownies and ice cream. I don't know if it would necessarily be good on cake, but like my mom would put it on cream puffs when I was growing up. Just, yeah. It's so good. So that's the first thing I've shared. And my plan is for that blog to go through like family recipes and post them there. And I'm kind of hoping that I'll be able to like preserve some historical recipes and things like that. Just put them online and let them go. All right. So yeah, not a long thing here. It doesn't take me too long to put makeup on and stuff. I don't wear blush unless, I don't know, I'm looking particularly pale. I don't do contouring, like I said, because I have no idea how you do it. It's a wonder that I know how to put on makeup at all, to be honest. I kind of picked it up over the years. And then as far as writing goes, I mean, I'm trying. It's hard. It's harder than it's ever been, and writer's block is the worst thing in the world, and it sucks, and I hate it. But you know, you just got to keep going. And as you can tell, I've had I feel like I've been low-key sick all winter. And I've had a little bit of a cough, and I've had bronchitis and like bronchial infections several times over the last couple of years, and that has just reduced my vocal cords to shreds. So talking for long periods of time isn't very easy. But yeah, that's what's going on with me. So please like and subscribe. Please visit MissLucyJaneBooks.com if you'd like to read anything that I've written. And I'm hoping to post here soon. So yeah, we'll talk again soon. Bye, friends.